The following content is for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
You are now listening to No Free Drinks, the not your ordinary dating, relationships, and sex advice podcast.
Join me, Wesley, your Keeps It Real co-host. We were going out, I would say steady for like 6 to 8 months. We just abruptly stopped having sex. So why are we not getting freaky? Like, what the fuck's going on? So she's like, no, because I've renewed my faith in God. I know how I am. Like, I'm not going to get no cheeks. I'm going to cheat on you. Brock, your Knows-It-All co-host.
And then my go-to hookup one has always and will forever be Tinder. It's just like in the bathroom, like, cool, I got these 5-10 minutes, like just thumb game strong, like.
And Lena D, your No Chill co-host.
Oh, so do you go down on women? And there were a few men that said, no, like, I don't believe in that. And then I was like, oh, well, I don't believe in fucking you, so we should probably end this.
Shit, God. That's harsh as fuck.
I mean, it's harsh as fuck to say you're not going to eat my pussy out.
Join us every Wednesday for
all type of societal norms being turned upside down.
And welcome back to No Free Drinks. We're at the Barber Shop where I have two special guests here with me. I have my boy Chedd, and I have my boy Neeko, and obviously Brock is here as well.
What's up, guys?
We're in the barber shop. We're just chilling. We're talking about whatever it is that we want to talk about. So I'll let the two guests introduce themselves a little bit more. So yeah.
All right, this is Chedd. Yeah. Yo, known Westley for a minute. Like, yo, go way back to days of
like high school.
Yeah.
Like the start. Not even. I think a little longer than that.
First blowjob.
Oh, yo,
what? You were from the first
milestones out here.
Like, yo, I've known Wesley forever. Like, yo, we've been through the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no end to that one. But,
I can only imagine what trenches you got to start.
Some deep, long trenches.
That's what she said.
But I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, Neeko.
Yo, what's up? Neeko here. Grew up in Harlem.
Hey,
have known my man Brock since we were young interns in the financial world, making terrible mistakes.
Always.
We've kicked it ever since then. We ran into a certain, when we went to go get our masters, we ran into each other, ended up going to the same school, and yeah,
roommates, and then just more debauchery continued.
Debauchery left and right, man.
Hey, all right, guys. So let's just get right into it. So in our last episode, as you can tell, I was mad animated about paying 50-50 on a date because I always believe that if you want all these equal rights and stuff, you're going to have to take these equal lefts with it. So with that being said, like, I feel like 50-50 is always the way to go. Keeps everything equal, keeps everything fair, keeps everything balanced. My man Brock was like, he don't mind paying, but don't demand that because he's a guy that he's supposed to pay.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah.
I feel the fraction of how much you pay is how hot you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're the baddest chick I've seen in the last 48 hours, you getting this free dinner. That's it.
And I brought up that point. I'm like, it wouldn't be as bad if it was bad chicks like doing that. Like, we both know it is. You know you're bad. I know you're bad. I'm going to pay. But these chicks is like, come on, son. You have no right demanding anything. Just me being in your space right now is an upgrade for you.
When you define bad, though, because, so, like, I agree with you guys, but I don't think of bad as just like a physical thing. So this is interesting because I've had conversations with women about this because I actually ended up
you got in trouble.
I told you, you're always wrong.
I ended up trying that at some point, and I tried it, and for one, the woman who was across from me, was getting like bad in the sense like she was cute, but was also credential wise was bad, right?
Okay.
And so I was like, yo, I came into the date like I'm not paying for this date. We splitting this.
Okay.
Regardless
of how good it was or how bad it was. Okay.
And she was good.
Yeah. And then I was like, nope, she's paying half. Yo, I guarantee you, we had one drink and it was like a $12 bill, cheap as hell. I kid you not. And I made her pay.
Excuse me, sir. There's a
And I
$10
told this story to a
minimum.
bunch of
That's
my
not her being
homegirls
bad.
who were
You're
super
just
bad.
being petty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it didn't go well. But I mean, it's a tricky situation, man. I think we end up losing that battle. You end up having to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on your state of mind too, because it's like, all right, if it's been a minute, you got some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like
I get it. Yeah,
you have this mud duck, like this chick that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's just like mud duck. Like she's just acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To a point where like, all right, she's not ugly and she's not cute. She's kind of in that middle. It's been a minute. And you just got to do something with yourself. So if that's the case, it's like, all right, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get some cheeks at the end of the day.
So basically,
it's just state of mind.
So basically, you thinking that
this man is savage.
That's why he's the homie.
Right?
It's strategic. And then, so we brought up that, I think we hit that point also in the episode. And then that's what becomes the problem. Because if us as men, we know we're going to pay, then we're going to be strategic with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick a place I want to go to that's probably near my crib.
Yeah.
So go back to the crib right after. Especially if you live alone, so no one else gonna see. So then the mud duck is like, ooh, I could go even muddier duck. It don't even matter at that point. So like, it becomes a game again. Like, all right, cool. If you want to play this game, you press start. Like, I make all these rules though. So
all right. Here's a big question though about this. Ultimately, do you assume that the woman owes you something because you end up paying on a date?
No, of course not.
Not at all.
No,
That
not
sounds
at all.
pretty racist.
I'm gonna
No,
ask some philosophical questions.
No,
That's fine.
I feel, and that
wild.
goes back to my argument. It's just like, even if I were to pay for the whole day, I would never feel like I'm entitled to anything or I would want anything from you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my own kind of like 3 strikes you're out rule.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I don't feel like I'm not going to force the issue. Like, if you don't want to do anything, we don't have to. Like, I'm good with that. At the same token, though, you can't expect a lavish date out of somebody you don't know. You can't say one thing where it's just like collectively you say, oh, well, I work for myself, or I'm independent. I do my own thing. I'm strong. I'm this and I'm that. I make my own money, but then turn around and say that, oh, well, by the way, since we're how do you want to call it? Since we're equal terms, that means that I have to foot the whole bill every time.
Yeah. I
feel like there should be some sort of fairness here. Because if you're not being fair and equal right now, and this goes on like 3-4 months, and I'm still doing the same thing,
That's way
kind
too
of fucked
fucking
up.
long. Yeah,
There's
that's
no
way
fairness
too long.
when vagina's involved. There's no fairness. They turned it on like a switch when they need it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. At the same token, however, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not entitled to anything.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you should be entitled to anything either.
Exactly.
If we're gonna keep it 100%.
Nah, it's tricky, man. I have to say this it's hard. Like I see both sides of the perspective, but I will say that like there's like this expectation of chivalry, and I understand it and I appreciate it, and it leads to a certain relationship that you shoot for. But it is very tricky. It's expensive if you're going on a lot of dates. That's all I'm going to say. Super expensive.
Yeah.
It adds up quick. And also the thing with chivalry is nice and shit in this ideological world, but in reality, like it doesn't work out if people on the other side you're supposed to be chivalrous to, these women are there's a percentage, I don't know how big it is, who abuse that.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, I'm about to go on XYZ date Tuesday, Thursday. So I got dinner covered those 2 days, and I got drinks covered Saturday. Like, they have no fucking intention of going anywhere with that guy.
Right.
So then it's like, you want to be chivalrous, but you also don't want to get played. So then it just becomes like there's literally a race to the bottom. There's like chivalrous, no, but she might play me for dinner. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to a cheaper place, but no, damn it. Then it just keeps going to the bottom. It's like, what the fuck?
All right, Neeko, did you have a situation? I remember you telling me this a while back.
Yeah.
Where you had a situation where Brock was talking about this very same thing that he's talking about right now. You had that very same situation. You told us, like, I'm never doing this shit again. I don't know if you like kept up with that. Where you went out with a chick,
like never doing it in terms of like paying for it or not paying.
Not in
Or
terms
splitting.
of like in terms of like paying for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember you went out with chick, old girl. She ordered like some steak. I forgot what she ordered. She didn't finish a whole meal. She ordered some wine, didn't drink all the wine or some shit like that, and it just went nowhere.
Yeah,
fast.
It was also a female whose name was after a name of a female character in a funny ass movie.
Yo,
I like how you just
For the sake of the podcast, we'll call her Vicky.
That's yeah.
you might as well said rhymes with.
So fairy tale Vicky.
I definitely. Yeah, I mean, let the imagination take you where it can, or maybe you know exactly who the person's name is. Oops, my bad. So ultimately, yeah, that was a bad situation with that individual, and then I tried it, as I said, right, with this other individual who things didn't end up working out with, because yeah, that's another story. And I will say that I'll go back to paying, man, because it's a slippery slope. And when I go on first dates now, like dates are like for drinks, and I don't even drink like you guys know me. I don't even like to drink like that anymore. Right. So we're getting like a few drinks. I'll pay the tab, whatever. The first time, if we go on the second date, maybe the second time, and as we get comfortable, then we start splitting stuff. I'm not gonna be paying all the time.
Yeah, I think you agree with Brock. Like you control where you're going for the first date too. So like like okay, I'm not gonna go to the rooftop, Mr.
Yeah,
Purple
exactly.
NYC,
Exactly, yeah,
and order $18-$20 drinks. You're gonna go
Exactly.
somewhere, your local watering hole,
Yep.
where drinks are $4 or $5 at happy hour.
About to say, don't be
And
afraid of the
that's it.
happy hour, man. I mean,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
what
the
I'm
happy
saying.
hour, man.
What Brock was alluding to is that other person I used to go on dates with. We went on like 3 dates. I was younger and naive, and I was going to expensive spots because I wanted to impress the person. And I like going to nice spots on a first date. It sets the mood in the right way. But yeah, I'm not doing that anymore because there's a lot of there's not as much quality in the world as you might think, and it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I'm not. We getting drinks at a decent bar spot.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Or
like,
coffee.
Everyone's here is successful and everything like that, and like at the same time, you're trying to fish out and see if Shorty's a gold digger or not.
Yep.
So that's why I always take him to the happy hour spot that is the cheapest, and I want to see how she reacts in that environment. Because I can take you to Tao downtown and do all that,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I want to see if you're gonna be there when I don't got it.
Yep.
That's true.
And there's nothing wrong with like
100%,
going to like
yeah.
a dive bar, like to just chill out. Like that's the perfect environment. Like, you don't want to be like super dressed up and like everyone's like stuffy in the first, but you just want to be relaxed. Like, cool. Just want to kick it with you, get to know you, like just have a good time. Like I don't have to worry about like the waiter coming over and like just scraping the crumbs off the table. Like some fancy ass steakhouse. Like, I just want to kick it. Like some dirty, grimy cups. Like just kick it and have a good time.
Yo, just a side note on that. You know those really nice restaurants where you have people like scraping off the crumbs, as you mentioned. Like some of the things that rich people have, and I don't mean to take it in that direction. Like they're so unnecessary and so excessive. But anyway,
Yeah.
So, with that being said, any of you guys been on any bad dates?
What is your
bad dates.
What's the
worst
definition of
bad date?
You guys know my story. I walked out on this one, so
Yeah.
can't get any worse than that.
The Miami
the Miami
date?
yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I made her pay for half, and it was probably like a 6 to half a cup ratio because she didn't drink. I like, fuck, you gonna come on the first date to a bar for a not drink? What do you thought we was gonna do? Just order sides? Like,
Order sides.
like, what do you think was gonna happen? I was so pissed. And this was like a reschedule. The first one supposed to happen, ended up snowing. So I'm like, all right, she's obviously still interested. We want to still reschedule.
Right.
Reschedule. She was living in Staten Island at the time, so like had to take the ferry, all that shit, and you don't fucking drink. What was the point of that? I was like, I was paying for half. I don't care if you had 2 sips of this, buy one get one free, and we need an even number, so I'm gonna need you to hold your weight.
You better drink.
What was the worst date that I've actually ever had wasn't even during the date. It was after the date.
After the date.
That's how you know it was terrible. Yeah, so this actually happened recently. I think I told you the story, bro.
Oh yes.
Yeah, where so ultimately, like I'm this is unfortunately the same individual who I made
She's
pay
fucking
half.
crazy.
You
I made pay half. That's I wouldn't call her that. But in the
We'll see after the story.
All right, tell the story.
I'll
and
let
then
you guys be the judge. In the moment,
evaluate
it was
if she's
quite
crazy.
crazy. So I've gotten to the point in my age where I'm gonna be straightforward and honest. And I'm not gonna waste your time, and I'm not gonna waste like my time either.
As it
I'm
should
just gonna
be.
tell you as it should be, but in a very respectful way. So I go on this is second date right after I made her pay the first time. This time I paid for the date. And I determined after the date, that it wasn't gonna work out. Like we just were different people,
Right.
And that's fine. Like she was still a great girl, whatever. Yeah. So after the date, I kind of like I went on a walk. I got on a train. I started thinking about it, and I was like, should I go on a third date with this girl, this woman, or should I just keep it moving? And I came to the conclusion I'm gonna keep it moving. So respectfully, right? I texted her the situation. We've only been on 2 dates. I barely know you. No, I don't want to call you.
You don't own a phone call.
I don't. I felt that I didn't own her a phone call, or some people feel otherwise, but whatever. To each his own. And I told her the deal. Yo, she flipped out.
Really?
She flipped out on me. She was like, first off,
it gets better.
First off, she ends up calling me short to insult me. That's the first insult she throws out.
Okay, stop it.
And it's just like, thank you for stating a fact.
Everything's small when they're mad.
Yeah,
I was
small when they're mad.
Well, she didn't even get that far to determine whether or not that was the case, and rightfully so. And so she started tagging. I was like, "Come on, we don't like." I made the mistake of constantly responding, and I was like, "Come on, like that." Like, we don't even need to go there. I didn't mean anything bad about, like...
You gotta be savage, motherfucker. You just gotta shut this shit down.
Yeah,
like,
I did. I was trying to be respectful about it because I'm all about respect. I think it always should be about respect.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always about respect. And so, I told her the deal, but she flipped out, man. I blocked her on one channel. She then found me on another social channel. I blocked her on that channel, and then she found me on a third social channel.
Wow.
And messaged me about it.
And
I was
not
like,
crazy. If she's not crazy, I don't want to see crazy.
And on the third social channel, I was like, how did you find me? Like, what? How did you do it?
Was she Latina? She's Spanish?
She was not Latina. And it
that's the only. It has absolutely. Like, okay, I understand.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Yo, Lita D.
That was a good guess,
I get it.
That was a good guess, though.
What?
We're not going there because first off, all Latino women are not crazy. That's not the deal. It's
I never met one that isn't.
Yeah,
It's a good amount.
Nah, we're not doing that. Y'all not gonna talk bad
It's
about.
not always a bad thing.
Okay, we're not trying to
Latino-
talk bad about your culture.
Y'all not talking about bad about the culture. We're not doing that.
No, it's just my experience.
Just the experience
as
is
an
that.
individual. That's it.
I mean, it happens. Yeah, but let's not generalize.
Oh man. All right, Chedd.
Man,
I feel like it's gonna be something savage. You can be doing something
I gotta
savage.
go into the archives because I've dated a lot. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe I ain't got it down myself.
Yeah, you ain't got that. Wow.
But
I gotta think.
I gotta think about that. I'll get back to you guys.
You gotta get back to you.
All right, that's fine.
I'm gonna just bust out and say something.
Yo,
when it comes to
he gonna
that.
randomly be like, "Hey, so my bad date was."
He's gonna come out with some savage
It's gonna be
story.
amazing. All right, while you going into the data bank for some good shit. So in the age of internet and social media and everything online, there's just like so many fucking dating apps out there. Start off with Tinder, and it just spiraled out of control. These other copycats, J-Date, Christian Mingle, eHarmony, Bumble, Hinge, all these shit out there. So what have been your experiences with dating apps? Whoever wants to go first.
Dude. I've been on this joint since Black Planet. You know, like,
Wait, what? What is
Black Planet?
Planet.
You never been on
Black Planet is like, you remember Mi Gente?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Low
Black
key.
Planet is like that.
low key, pussy on deck. Just upload a pic and you're in there. When I was about 18, this is like 2004, first year of college.
Yeah, that's like 19, 18,
It was
19.
hot.
Yeah, Mi Gente,
upload a
Black
pic.
Planet. Yeah,
You put a nice little profile in there.
and then you had the music
And
playing
then
in the background when
yeah,
they go on your
exactly.
site.
You learn your little HTML code.
This
You
is
put-
basically like
put your
MySpace.
music,
I
was about to say,
you
sound
copy
like
and
a
paste
Zynga
that.
It's basically
profile.
MySpace for dating.
Dude.
That's what we're talking about right now.
Dude.
Okay.
Like, my friends, like, they were like, what are you doing? Like, online, you fucking nerd. What are you doing? I'm like, one, yeah, I am a nerd, but I'm going to get paid. But at the same time, it was like, dude, there was so many women out there. I was 19 years old, 18 years old, and they were just begging for the D.
Yo, you stupid.
great.
You stupid.
It was
You
a
stupid.
So it's just
Untapped
it was a bunch of 19-year-olds trying to date one another. Essentially,
Nah, they were.
It was
yeah.
untapped pussy. This venue of online dating was like, you see, like, okay, there's the catfish that could happen, but you know, you got to be smarter than that. You get the body pics and all that stuff, but at the same time, it was a whole untapped like venue of getting pussy. I didn't have to go to the club and spend money. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to get a fresh outfit. You have when you went out and stuff like that, you took some pictures. You went out and you take pictures of that and you post it online. And from there, you're getting pussy.
So I get the sense that you like these apps.
Dude, they're
Based on-
everything.
This is even before the app. This was a website.
Yeah,
so
it
it
was a
wasn't,
website.
It wasn't even an app at this point, just a
It was-
website.
We're talking
Untapped
2004.
potential.
Yeah, it
We're
was-
talking like this is MySpace for dating. This is
Yeah.
basically what we're
MySpace,
talking about.
Zanga. This is
Dude,
like,
I went on
yeah,
a
it's going
bunch of
next.
dates, had a great time, and then I'll show my friends. I was like, "Yo, I'm going on a date on Friday with this one right here."
It's so funny because I'm on the exact opposite of that, and I know various people who will say that, you know, they've gotten it popping on these apps. But what I will say is that, like, my problem with the apps is that, so I listen to a lot of Drake music, so
Oh.
You're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me.
don't
Don't drink and drive.
Drake and drive.
Drake and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Drake and drive.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Be on your feelings and drive.
Nico's also high yellow.
Hey, man,
Drake in you.
you putting out
I
too many
sense the
details.
Drake
now.
in you.
Putting out way too many details.
Real recognize real.
Yeah.
And you looking kind of familiar.
I lost my train of thought. What was I just
Oh,
saying?
you opposite spectrum.
The opposite spectrum of the
Oh
dating
yeah,
app.
because like, so I'm looking for a genuine connection. That's why I said I listen to Drake. I don't think
Marvin's
honestly,
Room type
let's
dude?
be real. Like we know that Drake isn't trying to look for any genuine connection. He's just he's savage, but he claims to have feelings.
What?
I think you got it
Or maybe,
opposite.
yeah, maybe.
I think
alright,
it's all-
maybe
yeah.
I'm slightly
Wait,
wrong,
wait,
but
what?
anyway, like, so I'm looking for something genuine, real, and it's weird because there are people who claim to be looking for that or are looking for it, but they're just not. It's just not convincing to me, or I don't know. It's just I've never had a great experience on the dating apps. But I will say that the dates that I've had with women that have been good dates are dates that I've established through a friend because I've been able to validate them I know their
okay.
background
Yeah, I
information.
agree.
You don't know. You really don't know anything aside from what's on their profile.
Right.
Well, you better do some motherfucking stalking before. Like, come on, man.
Come
You
on,
got
you
the phone number. You need to
never
Google the
ran,
phone
you never
number.
ran the chick name through
You mean
Facebook
the
search?
name. you need to do some motherfucking
y'all-
research before.
You gotta do the research.
Damn, what kind of research? What?
So make sure the
What
age
research are
matches
you
up
guys
when she
doing?
graduated. Like you make
Yeah.
sure everything matches up. Like if I see anything that comes up as
Well, I've never,
even a fucking orange flag. I'm
Yeah.
I've never
man.
ran into that situation where someone is like,
people lie about the age.
Yeah.
age is yeah.
Especially
people,
as chicks
people,
get older.
People do lie. People do
No, you
lie
not,
about their age.
motherfucker.
Everyone
I know,
I
right?
can
31.
tell without you even.
They're like they're 32 and then you find their birth certificate years later and you're like, yo, you actually 38.
yeah, man.
You lied to me. But
Fucking
lie.
gravity
You
on the
liar.
titties too.
but
right?
yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say like I didn't. It
Go
was.
to the bar. You go back
I'm not
to
in
the
love. I'm not
bouncer,
in
be
love
like,
with
yo,
the
let me see
with
that.
the dating apps. They suck, man. I ran into some shitty situations
I
on
think
these
what-
dating apps.
I think
You know that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I think two reasons why I know a lot of your dating app stories. I think two reasons. One, you are looking for something more serious, and a lot of dating apps skew
Indeed.
more to hooking up. And two, to your other point, you are right. Like the quality is shit now. So we're talking about for 2004 Chad to 2017 for yours. Like it's honestly
It's night
gotten
and day.
shittier and shittier. Like
Yeah.
over year. So since you probably got into like what a year ago.
yeah, like a year ago.
So then by that point, like just like everyone had been up in that shit for a minute. Like you just got like all the leftovers who ain't get paired up in the last fucking 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
I missed out. I missed
At
opportunities.
19, yeah, at 19, they don't have that baggage too.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like they're kind of fresh on life.
They're stupid. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they were dumb. I loved it.
I'm in a room. I'm in a room full of savages right now. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
There's the Drake. There's a Drake listener, and then there's a bunch of savages.
He about to start listening to Marvin's Room, man. Don't do that. Don't. Not here. Not today. Not now, anyway.
It's a great.
Light
It's a
skin
great
18,
song, man.
if you're still out there.
Light skin 18.
Light skin 18 on Black Planet, if you're still out there. Give me a call.
Wait, was that someone's screen name?
That was
Yes.
someone's screen name. You didn't have the crazy whack screen name
Yeah, you just have to keep
for
for
AIM.
But like,
You remember those?
Yo, actually, can we take a moment of silence for AIM?
rest in peace.
Oh, rest
Bow
in
your
peace,
heads.
AIM. Oh man,
Amen.
goodbye.
Amen. Goodbye.
I must
Good
have
times,
Made
man.
a couple hookups on AIM.
And I had to aim on the sidekick. So
Yes.
like went to college. And
Yeah,
like,
man.
The
Aim-
techies in college. You like, I would do that.
you
Do it
guys
again. I was
know,
like, got
If you hit Shift and R, you open up the chat rooms.
Shift R, open up chat.
Dude,
can't
those
spend an
were
extra 2
popping.
seconds, man.
Those were popping.
Hey,
You
yourself.
got the New York chat room. Oh man, that was life right there.
The chat
Damn.
rooms.
The AIM chat rooms. That brings me back. Like, I actually met someone from there that crazy lived in the West Coast, and we was chopping it up in the chat room and all kind of stuff. And then she lived in a state that one of my friends moved to, and it was crazy. Like, I already had plans to go out there and stuff like that. Like, this is like ridiculous coincidence. So then I went to go see my friend in the West Coast, and she lived maybe like 15 minutes away
Oh,
and
shit.
stuff like that. And
Nice.
like, this girl was bad. She was like half Asian, half French. Like, man, that should have been the wifey. You know what I'm saying? I should have
love
shot
that
up the
first
club.
sight.
Just
when I
shot
had
up
the
the
chance.
club. Oh my god.
I didn't.
Twins. Fuck that. We're going for triplets.
I mean, we still keep in contact now and stuff like that. She's married. She has her own thing going on, but we always stayed friends. It was really cool. But it was crazy. We met in the chat room.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
But
Speaking of shoot the club up,
let's not go there.
all right.
It's too soon.
Oh, and one episode we talked about the types of porn. Did we talk about the types of porn that we watched? I mean, I think I went into like the ones I watched, but
I don't think I did. I think
You don't
I
think
think I
you
was
did?
very vague.
Yeah, you think you were very vague.
What I do
Yeah.
do watch. I think I said, oh, a lot of people watch that. Probably was cold fry. That's my shit.
So I was very specific. I like BBWs and I like cream pie vids. So yeah,
Cream pie?
cream pie. He's like, God damn. He's like, yo.
I'm already judging you.
Porn is like the gateway to like your sexuality. Like it's like it shows you like the extreme of what's going on.
Yeah, and what
out there.
No,
that's interesting, actually.
But people are doing that shit. Like you'd be surprised how people are fucking nowadays. This shit is wild.
Yo, I never this is a segue to porn. I think this is from an artist who came out. What's his name? Kevin Gates. Is that his name? Kevin Gates.
Give me a song, man.
I don't get
Two
tired.
Phones. Oh,
Yeah, 2 Phones. Yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think when he came on the Breakfast Club and said that he eats booty, everybody started coming out the woodwork saying that I would eat the ass.
It's kind of like when Lil Wayne started talking about it, and then
everybody just started
talking about eating, going down on
Eating the groceries.
Eating the
on the
groceries.
queen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that was a Mario.
still not doing that. Yeah,
He's like, still not
not doing.
Not doing what? Going like gross, like eating out the booty.
Eating out the booty.
Yeah, man, I've done it once, and I have to say,
Yo, he looked up. He probably was like, what?
I've done it.
I gotta listen to this.
What's that one song? Is it Janae Aiko?
Yeah. Janae Aiko, Chris Brown, and Omarion.
Like, people get excited about that part. I don't get excited about it. I just don't. And it's just it's a dookie shoot, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like one is dookie shoot, and there's so much you can do with the pussy. Like I'm not tired of pussy yet. Like I've yet to explore all of the pussy. So until that day where I'm tired of the pussy, which probably be never, I'm not eating no booty like groceries.
And if you want to get into some scientific facts here, actually, men, there's that. First off, well, I don't even know if there's E. coli. I don't really know what kind of populations there are back there. But the fact that you're mentioning that and I'm acknowledging that there's populations further justifies why we cannot be eating out groceries. But the point that I was making is that men have more nerves back then than women. So which is crazy.
Back to the prostate thing, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm actually.
okay.
I'm aligned with you guys on that. I also think stay away from my prostate as well. I'm aligned to that as well. I remember that conversation. No, stay away from it.
Yeah,
I'm not comfortable with that at all.
That's the thing. Like I get it. Like people want to do anal and all that, but to me, like it doesn't feel. I don't feel anything with that. Like you put in her butt, like oh yeah, put in her ass, and it's like. But at the end of the day, like
you're talking about all forms of what is done to the booty hole.
Yeah, we just destroyed the
booty. I mean,
so I think we're all in acknowledgement that I know I've had conversations with women who actually dope bad women and every like physically like just got the degree stacked up and they acknowledge they're for it, but I'm just not for it. It's another to each his own situation.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but it goes to a lot of factors too. Because
let me put a situation out there for you. I've never done it. I'm gonna put the disclaimer out there right now.
You never what? You never eating out the groceries?
Nah.
Really?
I
don't believe you.
Maybe not. maybe not. I don't want to put my shit out there, bro. Whatever.
All right.
I may or may not have eaten out the groceries. Possibly not, but maybe.
Motherfucker got a value card on his keychain.
My man, exactly. My man,
I'm
Wesley,
back, babe.
my man Wesley had a value meal last night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's punching the card and shit. 2 more.
So, all right, let's say
free dinner.
They're about to say next one's free.
let's say she come out the shower and she really want you to eat the butt out, right? Would you do it? You've been with her for a year.
Absolutely, and I've done it before.
Wait.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
What's the amount of time she got out the shower?
What?
What's the amount of time she got out the shower? How fresh is
fresh?
the booty?
We talking like she literally just got.
This is like
out
a
the shower.
60-second window. It's like, all right.
We talking like
This isn't a slice of chicken we talking about here.
The The booty might go cold.
This is your ladies.
The booty might be generating a little sweat. I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
Exactly.
She might have let out a fart in that 2.5 minutes.
Fresh out the shower, I'm in there. She ain't got much time.
Okay,
though.
so we talking like 15 minutes, easy, because you got to do the foreplay. You got to eat the pussy out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then your tongue just magically go down there. You go down, hit the gooch, then hit the butthole.
Yeah, I feel
Hit the runway. You know.
Yeah, I feel
You hit the runway though, right? He's like,
it's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels though, yeah, if it's monogamous and it's her thing, then yeah, like I'm not weirded out by that. I'm weirded out by the whole dirty factor, but the shower thing helps, and I'm not fucking putting my tongue on just fucking random groceries everywhere. So that helps too.
See, that's the thing
It's
though.
a lot of factors.
Yeah, like
If I'm in a
remember-
relationship and the person that I'm with sexually enjoys that being done to her and
Right.
is vocal about it, if she's to the point where like, yo, if you want to have amazing sex with me, you got to eat out the groceries every time, and we got to meet in the middle, so you got to take a shower at least every time.
And you gotta wear
that's
this
a
outfit.
Huh?
I gotta be able to provide you with
No, I
outfits
just-
every time I eat the booty like
I'm
groceries.
taking. I never really care about the outfits, but whatever. Yeah,
coming off too.
it's coming off
But
anyway.
she look
A
good
little
though.
role play.
Yeah, you can't role play.
Touche.
It depends to like everything's situation based, because like there's certain nights where you're fucking like a champ. I'm talking about you're like
Michael Jordan is bitch.
2 hours in.
You going hard in the
off
paint,
and
on the
on.
flock of status.
You know what I'm saying? You're nutting, but you know what I'm saying? It just keeps going back up.
There you
So
go.
it's one of those nights.
Yeah, natural Viagra.
You gotta just do something else.
Yeah,
At that point,
yeah.
it's like, all right, I've been hitting the pussy for 2 hours. Off and on.
God damn, 2 hours.
I need to like
you need to breathe.
I need to do something else.
You need to get this water. Break. You need a water break. And I'm worried that if you're hitting it for 2 hours, that your dick may,
dick is just like-
yeah.
Dick been tapped out.
Yeah.
Dude.
I can write the book on that one. Like when you're smashing for that long,
Oh.
and then like the
You
next
in your
day,
fat burner zone, dog.
and then next day,
your
like
heart rate is like
your dick is red
on
and
a
hurting,
yo.
Wait, what?
and then
This shit look like a strawberry and
and
shit.
then for some reason like you get aroused by something,
Wait, where are we going
and
with this?
then
I don't know.
like you start getting hard, but your dick hurts because you've been fucking for hours.
All right, man. Like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
All right, we gonna motherfucking pivot from
Yeah.
from dick to vagina.
Yeah.
All right.
Our pivot, boom.
Specifically eating out the vagina.
All right, yeah,
Yes.
for real.
All right.
Oh, I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Man, I have to say,
Don't let
That
me
I-
down, motherfucker.
I have to say that I absolutely, positively love to eat the vagina.
I love to eat vagina too. Yes.
It's such a
Yes. There we go.
and the reason for it is because like there's nothing better to like see a woman in
Decapitate your
utter
ass when she
utter
come
no
in?
in utter
The
pleasure.
fucking strong ass leg.
There's nothing better than seeing. There's for me at least. There's nothing better than seeing a woman in like utter pleasure. Like
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Nah, yeah.
I'm out here. I'm out just
100%
for the
feel you on
ladies
that one.
listening. Just so you know, I'm out here advertising.
He
You don't-
out here.
You don't know who I am. My name is Nico.
He out here.
But
in the
go down
streets.
in DMs and
We'll slide you his
Give it-
contact
his
information.
contact.
Hit up the DM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but it's amazing. What I will say is that you do not do that with everyone.
No,
No,
That
100%
is
not.
Nah, that's
that's special.
that's wifey right there.
Yeah.
And that's all there is. That's after you've confirmed that it's
That's
safe.
true. Yeah.
You don't want to be
Sometimes-
walking around. There's a chance
fucking tongue fall off.
Yeah.
the tongue fall off. There's
The smell be off. The smell be off.
there's the
Oh,
bump-
come on.
there's
It
the
smell like
bump
fish
up.
market. You already know.
yeah.
Man.
Stay away from it.
Stay away.
Absolutely.
Come on, fellas.
Man, I'm a huge advocate of it. It's huge advocate.
I'm just saying. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, though.
What's else in the
And
room?
and
You about to say some
you
wild
might-
shit. I already
I
know
mean,
it.
yeah, it's all cool now, in 2017. But back in 2003,
Nobody was claiming that
2002,
shit.
If you ate the vagina, you were Batiman and all this bullshit.
We
No,
we
that
said
was true.
too, yeah.
Back
Yeah,
in the
that's
day,
true.
It wasn't until
that
after
shit was
college.
like, black guys do not eat
Yeah.
the vagina. And then we were missing out on a lot of pussy back then because
Fucking
we
would
were
clear the market.
single-minded
Yeah.
thinking like, okay, you're gay if you eat the pussy. And that's what you were
That
hearing.
that
but
never
you was
made
hearing
sense to
that
me.
In high school.
Yeah,
In
I never
high school,
made
you
sense to
hear
me.
that.
Yeah, I used to hear it all day, and that never really made sense. Like, I'm with a woman, I'm eating her out, but I'm gay if I eat her out. How does that?
I never heard that. I'm just lazy as shit.
Yeah, no,
I
we
was
had
like,
some immature ass people in our high
From
school.
our
Okay.
high school,
Yeah,
it was
we had
like
some
that.
immature fucking people in our high school,
It
bro.
was like oh, da-da-da. And like they looked at you wild if you admitted to eating pussy.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
All I'm gonna say is Malcolm Gladwell said that it takes 10,000 hours of practice, and I've gotten those 10,000 hours of practice
That's a
because
badge
I
of
didn't
honor.
care. I didn't care about the bots. That it doesn't make any sense
That
to
doesn't
me.
make no
actually.
sense.
Doesn't make no
Yeah.
fucking sense.
Doesn't make no sense.
Because one, the amazing thing about eating a girl out is it's a win-win situation. She gets pleasure, then if you guys end up having sex after that,
You
like,
got dick too? What?
like,
You got tongue, finger, and dick today.
you set the climate. You set the climate. Like, you set the climate. So it's gonna be amazing. So it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win
true.
No,
situation.
I agree.
I
Like, I
agree.
remember hearing it,
Agreed.
but then when you actually did it to a woman, it was like she was like, it blew her mind. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna keep going with this because I want some more pussy. Like, the shit works.
At some point, you just learn your lesson. You're like, okay, I'm not eating the pussy out. This is the end result. But if I do eat the pussy out, this is my end result. And I find that 100% of my experience has been if you eat the pussy out, it leads to more pussy. It never leads to
Exactly.
less. Never leads to I'm not answering this guy's text message. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It elevates the moment. That's
Yeah,
that's
for real, it
exactly what I'm
does.
saying. It elevates the moment.
Quick question, fellas. Something just hit me. I don't know if how like true it is.
A revelation.
So, yes. So it seems as though we all migrated from pretty much fuck that, not eating the pussy out to like now we're like, yo, throw all the pussy at me. Just get in line, I got you. You get 5 minutes, you get 5 minutes, you get 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I feel as though in college, like, blowjobs is just fucking hand them shits out like candy. But I feel as though they like met each other the past ways, and now like blowjobs are like minimal, and then but like you're eating out a lot more. But like I feel as though the blowjob to pussy ratio is all off now.
It is low.
Yeah.
But I don't care. That's fine. Giving a good blowjob, I don't know. I can't speak to it. But
It's pretty fucking hard.
when I'm
Motherfuckers
receiving
suck.
the range. There's a large range. There's the standard one
lot of y'all
standard
suck.
deviation
Yo, you stupid.
is the bell curve there is quite wide. Because it's hard. There's like the tongue is like you eating out a girl like you just using your tongue. Like there's teeth involved. There's like a shaft. There's a different scenario. You know what I'm saying?
The balls. Don't forget the balls.
Please don't.
A lot of ladies forget
But it's true.
balls.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brock. Because yeah, it's definitely depleted. There's no question there.
So what's been the experience? Like it's just like you eating all this pussy, and then like
If you
the
ain't giving no
blowjob is, like, not
blowjobs,
even there.
we ain't together.
Yo, you stupid.
I need blow jobs. That's it. There's no question about it. Like I'm not about to be faithful and do all that, and I'm gonna get my dick sucked.
Oh Lord.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm not about to go pay for dinner. We're not about to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nothing. I'm pissed. Suck my dick.
He meant that instruction wise, not
yeah,
cursing out wise.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way. Oh
In
man,
context.
in context of the conference.
Because like something about the blowjob, like when she's doing it right, correctly. Like I've gotten some whack blowjobs, and
Those are awful.
Oh my god! Like, if you,
Nothing
like
makes
I might
you-
lose my dick right now. Like, what the fuck is happening?
like nothing makes you even mad. Like it gets you so mad. like what are you doing? But the point of the story is like you have to be with someone. If you're in a relationship, you got to, because it's like something about it just eases like the stress of the week and everything. Like, It's heavy.
Yeah.
It feels good. I mean, anything that feels good does that.
I like the random one.
And ladies,
Come out the
if
shower.
you're not sure how to do a
Blowjobs
blowjob,
there.
like
You cooking. It's like, oh, can I suck your dick?
It's
Oh,
like
yeah, sure.
it's just like if it's good and it's unique, like I don't need to have it all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I actually prefer it to go down on her as opposed to like. But like if you're really good at
DMs
it,
just multiply by 5. You're like, oh. So I'm not do shit. They
know
eat me
building
out.
their
if they
profile.
know, I'm building my profile.
He's using this platform to build his profile.
I know, right? I'm using this as
Listen
a
to Drake.
I was about to
We'll
say,
eat
guys.
you out. You don't have to
Whoa.
return the favor.
No way.
Employed.
Yeah, I'm not trying to build a platform, but if my DMs grow, then one of you guys said my name, bastards. But that's not the case. That's not the case though. But where were we going with this?
I don't know, motherfuckers.
I don't know. You're the one that's saying about the ratio, how you like it.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
You the one talking. Where are we going with this? You're not talking. You talking.
Yeah, the thought, ladies. If you're not really too sure if you're giving a good blowjob or not, YouTube the blowjob queen.
Oh my God!
She does a,
Not this. Oh my!
She does a
no.
blowjob
What?
with the grapefruit. It is.
You said
everything.
wait, did you say a grapefruit?
Grapefruit.
Yeah.
This was on World Star too. I'm
If
surprised.
you haven't got a
missed
blowjob with a grapefruit,
yeah.
you're missing out.
Wait,
Shit is wild.
you're out here including me like a piece of fruit in your
Dude,
experience?
food in the bedroom is everything.
Have you done it before?
Sir,
I've never given a blowjob, but
Yo, you stupid. No, I'm talking.
but getting it done is everything.
Nico's still confused about the food thing.
I'm not confused about I haven't not necessarily foods, but I've used like whipped cream.
Whipped
and stuff,
cream,
like,
chocolate.
yeah.
Speaking of, what is your favorite to date? We'll say accessory in the bedroom. So we're just talking about chocolate, whipped cream. And what is one you'd like to introduce in the future?
Ah, interesting. Like my favorite to date.
Yep. And then something you'd like to use or try in the future.
Does the accessory have to be
Sex
like-
related?
no like an actual object, or could it be like a food?
Could be whatever the fuck you want.
I would say the best ever that I've ever done is ice.
Hey.
Yes. There's a veteran move right there. That's a
On a-
motherfucking
on
veteran
like-
move.
In like a hot, like in a tropical place. Ice. I actually never done it in a tropical place, but I've done it on a hot summer ass day in New York City.
I might as well be tropical.
It might as well. Just a whole bunch of hot ass buildings right next to one another. But what I would want to try, I've never actually used, like, been heavy in use of like including lube, like some kind of like dope ass lube. Like I've had friends that have told me like using like very expensive forms of lube takes sex to an entire new level. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've very minimal lube experience too, but
'Cause I don't. Why do you need it?
yeah, if you get the chick wet, that was always my thing. But Brian is like,
I feel like-
something with it.
I feel like you use. I've been with chicks that like. For me, it was because like the condom dried them out, and I would have to use lube to kind of get it wet again.
No,
But it was
Nah, that's when
because
you go
like
back
she was.
downtown.
Yeah. But that was
The only thing is takes a condom.
if it's constant, it takes away from it, and it's just like, yeah, I'm lasting longer. I could add to the time, but that's like wasted time. Like it's kind of a weird.
You overthinking it, man. Good sex is good sex, brother.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like I think she was just not used to wearing a condom, and I was like the second person that she was with, so it was kind of like that weird. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God, okay.
That was
I actually thought you were gonna talk about who Wesley was referring to.
nah. Laundry Vicky from when we used to live together.
Oh yes,
Yes, and then you walked in one time drunk as shit.
I was
Yo,
extremely.
what?
I was extremely drunk. Like this is partially why I don't drink anymore. Actually, no, it's not. I just don't like drinking. But yeah, like I came into, this is when we were roommates. I came into the apartment and my man Brock was getting it in. And I literally kicked his door in.
Yeah, he kicked
Like,
the door.
no
What's
knock.
up, motherfucker?
Like, no knock. Like, I just, like, kicked the door in, and I was like, yo, who's fucking in here?
What?
Or something along the
Oh
lines.
my god!
Yeah, my bad, dog. That was very inappropriate.
Luckily, Laundry Vicky had met Neeko before, so it wasn't as awkward.
Yeah, they
Laughed
were
it off.
actually laughing it off, which I was like, oh, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. They doing some freaky shit in here.
And then what was the reason again? Because you fucking fell asleep on the train. Another part of the story, which is why he came in so late.
I've had these two incidents where I've gotten really drunk in the city and I've fallen asleep on the train and ended up on the last stop of the train.
What?
I wonder if we were to poll how many New Yorkers have done that, because
I've done that.
you've definitely done it.
Yeah, it was fucking
Not yet.
You've never done it?
Yeah, not yet.
just riding that
I
shit
know
back
it's gonna
and forth.
happen one day.
What was the movie with
It's gonna happen to you, Wesley. It's gonna happen.
Jamie Foxx and what's his face from Mission
Tom
Impossible?
Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Oh, I think it's called Collateral.
Damage or Collateral?
No, it's Collateral.
Collateral.
Yeah.
Where he's on.
He's a taxi cab driver.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
then he ends
amazing
up
movie, by the
killing
way.
Tom Cruise, and he's just riding the train back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what the fuck I did on the L train. Fucking
Kill someone else on the L train?
don't be airing my body count out like that. Nah. So then, no, I just went out. I think I was living in Boston at the time. Came in, visit friends, did like once or twice a month. So I was staying with my parents deep in Brooklyn. Get the L train to go and come back home. So like younger then, so like we closing it out. So like 4 a.m. whatever. Trains running like ass at this point, like every 20 minutes. Finally get on. So right now it's like 4:30. And then I guess I just passed out. So I was riding the train back and forth until like 8 something in the morning.
Oh,
Kid you not, I wake up to a chick waking me up who I went to junior high school with and like didn't see her since then. So this is like 9th grade, 8th grade, graduate, and then this is like our reintroduction. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, I'm like slumped. My fucking phone is on the floor.
He's
The
like,
phone
damn,
is
Brock
still
is,
there
Brock is
somehow.
homeless
Brock
now.
is like
Fucking the back of the phone is missing. But I'm like, fuck it. Phone's still there. Wake up. Fine. Just cool. Take my black ass home. Get there. So Sunday morning, parents going to church. I tend not to go. I usually come in hungover. This is like hungover times a million.
You get away with that?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
What are they gonna do? Stop me from drinking? Too late. I'm too gone. Too far gone. So our dad's making breakfast, like cooking bacon, 9:30 a.m. He just looks at me. It's like, don't ask. Then just go to sleep from like 9:30 to 5. Like the fucking worst shit ever. Like just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
I might have ended up in the depot at one point. Like who the fuck knows? Like.
I'm surprised none of the station managers.
No one ain't
wake
look
you
out
up.
for me. You let a motherfucker ride for
man.
3-4 hours. Like he looked comfy. We're not gonna wake him up.
I had to take. I remember having to take a cab. That was an expensive cab ride.
How much we talking? $60, $70?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, you went
I was deep.
You
I
went
was deep.
The 4-5
what-
goes into fucking.
that's what she
We're talking
said.
Pelham. We're talking Pelham Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Like at that point, I couldn't take any other train. Like I just couldn't. Like I was just like, it's gonna take me forever to get home. And it was at that point, it's like almost 4 or 5 in the morning already.
Yeah, you got to cut your
It was
losses
one of those
like that.
late,
Yeah.
irresponsible nights.
Just take this L.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Keep it moving.
Drinking and shit. Jesus Christ.
See, drinking does that to you. No, but if you hitting these plants out here, these plants don't betray you like that.
Right. And you ended up going out that night with us or no? What, or like, it was like, we just went out for drinks.
Yes, yeah. So I forgot where we went. We went out. Then I left because Laundry Vicky, I think, had hit me up. And then it wasn't even a late night. That's the funny thing. Like, I think I got in by like 11. I probably left like 10. You probably like an hour behind me. So if you had got on and off the train like a normal person, you probably would have been back to the apartment by like midnight. You just ended up coming like 4. Like you just fucked everything up.
I took it out. But what I will say is after I kicked Brock's door in and I left, I'm pretty sure Brock got right back to it.
Yeah, of course. I'm like, all right, cool. I heard your door closed. Like,
It was a bad move.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Apologies, man.
It was funny as shit.
Okay, I gotta ask, how many times
was
have
hilarious.
you done that? I feel like it's not the first time.
No,
Oh, that's
that
the
was
first
that
time.
was the
It's all
first. That was the
good.
first and last time.
All
Like
right, good.
I was very drunk, and then I apologized the next day. I was like,
Laughing.
we laughed about it.
You wild out here. You savage.
she became-
You try to mysteriously cock block people.
She became super
Nah, I
clingy
wasn't.
anyway, so it worked
I wasn't.
Become the
I
drunk
actually-
cock blocker.
When I kicked the door in, I didn't know he was getting it in. I didn't know.
She wasn't going doing all the
I mean,
noises.
I'm not in here
Well,
trying to.
he's
That's
drunk.
I'm not in here trying to listen to.
He wasn't incognito with the
Brock.
shit. He just came and just
It was just like a
fucking
kick. Because you know what it was though. There have been nights where like I've gotten home late, he's gotten home late, and we end up playing Marvel.
yeah.
Good game.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, smoke up and play some Marvel's. Yeah, when you fucking figured out how to do that damn shit, Marvel's Capcom 3, I was some bullshit.
I was a beast. I became a So the story is that Brock will always kick my ass when we first started.
Fucking loved it. I was like, yeah, come over here, come get your ass kicked again.
And then I
10
got
to
so
1.
pissed. Like I'm a competitive guy, so I got pissed about it, and I was like, "Yo, let me this joint. I'm gonna go across the room and I'm gonna practice."
Worst shit ever. I
And
did.
I figured out how to do combos, and I was a legend.
Worst shit ever.
But he was still really good though.
Yeah, but it went from just a domination to like, fuck, he can play now.
Yeah, I
Don't
can't-
appreciate this shit.
I can't kick Brock's ass in Smash though. Like Brock is always up my.
Yes, I love Smash
All right,
Bros.
can we raise like what is it that people love about Smash Brothers? Brock, I know you love Smash
Love
Brothers.
it.
Like, what is so great about that game?
It's just like Nintendo characters that you've grown up with. They
it's
fight
like-
each other.
And it's a group activity.
Yeah.
You got you and 3 of your homies just playing. It's a great way to procrastinate. Like just chill. We made it a drinking game too in college. It was a drinking procrastination game. So like, yo, you trying to write this paper? Nah, let's go play Smash Brothers. 1, 2. Every time you died, you got to drink. So it remains a drinking game too. And you can't pause it. So you can't just be like, oh, I died, I'm going to pause it. No, you got to drink and play and not get fucked up. Like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Nah, it's something about the game is legendary. Like there's no question about it.
Yeah. Remember I said played on GameCube. It was like we
Hell
put
yeah.
all
When they first-
Pokeballs.
Exactly.
That shit was just
I'm a fan of Pokeballs.
all right. We on a dating
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
talk about video
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, my bad. So that was
It was related to the story.
yeah, it's related to the story. All right, guys. We're gonna talk about that dirty word on this. The M word,
What M word is that?
masturbation.
Okay.
Why is that a dirty word?
Beat my
That's not
meat
pretty,
like
right?
you owe me money.
So
What? You need it. You need it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you get into an argument with your girl, she ain't trying to give it up. You gave up all your hoes. You ain't got nothing.
the black
Been
book
in a
is
relationship.
over.
What are you gonna do?
You burned the black book for like the 15th
You
time.
gonna swallow your pride. Get that web browser.
Then you got
Yeah.
deleted every couple of days. You gotta
Seriously?
mention.
Get that web browser queued up.
Hey babe,
on
what's
your
a
favorite
pause?
hit.
What's a pause? God damn.
You know, you gotta swallow that pride.
You guys do know that was why incognito mode was created. I actually don't know if that's true or not, but it might be the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no
Still
time.
best.
For
Google
that.
Chrome incognito mode.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no time for that. You put it in there.
It's the same shit.
You gotta do it.
You do incognito before or you delete it after. It's
Yeah, it's really it's the same
fucking
shit.
shit. Unless you got kids and sharing a computer with your kids, and yeah, you want to go incognito mode. But yeah, if you don't got no one else sharing your computer or laptop, then fuck it. Just
You're right.
your damn shit.
Any types of scenes you guys watch while
Well, plus if you delete the history, what if there was something really good?
You gotta remember the names. You gotta remember the porn star names.
My man Wesley wants to trade
No.
recommendations
Oh,
right
no, I
now.
got no recommendations. I already told y'all what I watched. So
You gotta save the names. That's what I usually do. I'm like, all right, cool.
I just look
I,
at
yeah,
I like
so,
I like the
yeah,
way
yeah.
either she looks or the way she performs. So I'm gonna save this name. And next time, like I'm in a crunch, I'm like, all right, I got 5 minutes before I gotta get out of here. Get evil out.
Yo, you know what's really funny though? Here's a question I've always thought about. You ever like, so you're in the middle of masturbation, you get it done, and then right after, like, you climax. It's amazing, right? And then you have this moment of regret, like, why the fuck? Like, why the fuck am I doing this?
You're like, fuck this dirty ass shit.
Like, why did I just do that to myself?
Because you try
for like 5-6 minutes. Because if you're efficient, it doesn't take you that long. First off, if you're efficient,
unless you got like 20 tabs going. I like to go through tabs. I'm like cycling through tabs. Like,
tap.
Yeah, like
She look good.
30
She
seconds
like
instead.
a nice
look good.
collection.
All right,
my
let's
man
go through
Brock
the scenes.
has an entire playlist.
Yeah, it's literally a fucking. Yeah,
You really
playlist.
watch an entire playlist?
Yeah, it's a playlist. I mean,
wow,
it's a
that's
manual
impressive.
playlist, but yeah, just going through each one, and I memorize like what kind of order I want to go in.
Hey, there you go.
You have a science down to this?
Yeah, it's motherfucking science I have, man. Certain times a day, like it's a science. Can't fuck up the flow, man.
Yo, I just the point of that is just to like get it over with. It's for me, it's an efficient thing. So like I get it done, and then I get
Sometimes you gotta take your time.
For me,
I guess
it's random.
As hard as that seems.
Like sometimes in the morning, I might wake up 30 minutes late for work, but I still want to do it.
Only
know
45
damn
minutes
well.
later.
I know damn well I should be going to work, but that web browser be calling.
Google Chrome's calling. I can see it in your eyes.
Start fucking recommending shit. Like,
Yeah, like
I see last week
I
you
can
watched
see
this.
it when you smile.
like you be like you like so, even some nights like, where it's wild, like you have wild sex. It's but you can't go to sleep. It's still like it's like 3-4 in the morning. You just smashed
God,
out.
3-4 in the morning.
Hey, wait, what?
Wait, what?
So
Are you up this
wait,
entire
no,
time?
no,
Are you saying
go to
you
sleep
had
awake?
sex?
Are you talking about incremental masturbation sessions?
No. I'm talking about you just had sex with a woman and she left, but you can't go to sleep.
Yeah, an incremental
And then
masturbation session.
You're sitting there like, damn.
That's what that
we,
is.
We just smashed, but then it's 4 in the morning. I can't go to sleep.
Trying to get enough of these rocks out.
I might have to go again.
Jeez.
Judge me if you want, but hey.
Neeko already he looking at you and judging. He's on
I'm like,
judgment mode right
that's
now.
That's a lot of sex, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of nuts. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, by like the third, fourth one, you just dust. Like,
You stupid.
All right, so I got a question for you guys. So what's your number for like the most consecutive nuts in 24 hours?
24
4
hours.
hours?
24
Four?
hours.
5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, it's actually not high for me. I would say it's probably around that range, maybe 4 or 5.
I know it's like 4 from like the night to the morning. I don't know if you ever made it back around.
Still counting, yeah.
Yeah.
24 hours. So it could
At
be
least
from the
4.
night to the-
Might be 5, but 4 is a safe floor.
I'm definitely at like 7 or 8.
7?
Damn. What the fuck?
Oh,
Like,
motherfucking
no
Chedd dick
bullshit,
just
like-
shriveled.
Like it happened to me one time, but it was
He was yo.
She didn't let you
that-
leave? Like, what the fuck? Like, you got nut 8
honestly,
times
boy,
before
like,
you leave
I
this room.
wasn't human. Like,
Were you on vacation, bro?
Vacation taking bath salts,
Not
nutting 8 times a day.
Yo. Neeko, look at him.
How many children do you have,
like-
man? No, I'm just playing.
You done
Dude,
shot a couple clubs
like,
up. God.
Shorty was spent, but it had to go down. I didn't care.
You trying
I didn't
to
care what was
you trying to
the rough
put a dent in somebody,
aftermath.
yo.
Like how does this work?
Yo,
You
you
just,
trying to put a dent in
is these naps? Is this we going to the bar real quick and coming? Wait, this is not on vacation.
No, this is a night after drinking.
What the fuck?
This is like
No
Saturday
Gatorade,
going to
bro?
Sunday.
This was
I know,
Saturday
right?
night into
Gatorade.
Sunday
Yo,
morning.
Get them
It was
electrolytes up.
crazy. Like I don't know what happened to me that night, but it was just nuts.
It was just
And like
she a new chick or a chick in a relationship with?
I was in a relationship with her.
How long? You talking like honeymoon period, or we talking
Yeah.
like a year and some change, 2 years?
We were off and on, and we just really just got back together again, and we
Yeah.
haven't seen each other in a long time.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Play
that
makeup,
emotions
catch up
and all
real
that.
quick.
Yeah, you trying to have the makeup sex,
it was
then you
like-
trying to get
It
into
was
the
like
regular
the first
sex.
time we were smashing after
That's a
a
great
long
song.
time. It was crazy.
Makeup
Like-
sex.
Makeup.
Dude.
Oh,
Is that a song?
oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know what song you talking about.
But
Man, you on some Jeremiah shit right now.
dude, that I
It's
don't know.
birthday sex.
Oh, that's birthday.
Yeah.
sex.
Damn, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Something about the consecutive nutting, man. It's something that
Man,
wow.
Jesus Christ, your shit must look like a strawberry at the end of that
It's fucking
shit.
the straight strip.
God,
Fuck a strawberry,
straight
fucking
up.
prune.
Yeah.
All shrivel, like all life is like left.
All the life is
I
left.
just don't want that imagery in my head, the strawberry imagery. Like that's
But that's,
Strawberry's better than prunes.
like, I mean, like if you have that much sex, that shit is gonna change colors, yo. The head's gonna change colors. There's no way around it. You're gonna be like,
It's just gonna be raw and
it's gonna be
tender.
raw and
Yeah.
tender.
You're gonna try
You're
to
be
pee. It's just gonna be like, oh no, I won't. I'm sorry. Like, it's gonna be pain.
highly
Aftermath
disturbing.
is not pretty. It's not pretty.
oh man, you trying to put a dent in somebody? Jesus Christ, 7-8 times,
The
bro.
libido is up, man. Libido
What
is
did you
crazy.
have that day to eat?
You,
I want
it sounds
I
like
want
you
some of
ate.
that.
You stole someone's libido, and you had yours. You had an extra libido cartridge.
Yeah. You saved libido and you used that person's libido.
Give me all the oysters in your steak.
I know, right?
Fucking grind that shit up
Yeah,
into a
like-
smoothie.
like in
Close
Dragon
down
Ball
the
Z,
clam bar.
Frieza's dying over here. Goku gave him
Chad had like 7 different forms of aphrodisiacs.
and you got your energy. The fuck?
Dude, I don't know what it was. It might have been.
Yo, you need to think about what you ate that day.
Dude, I don't know what it was that day. That was crazy.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, if we could turn this to a motherfucking like pill you just pop.
Yeah, them dumbass extends pills
Fucking
that you
super
see.
Viagra.
You know what? I have a story about that. Like, I used to like get like a when I was a kid, get all the Source magazines. I used to enjoy reading
Oh
the
yeah,
articles
Source
and
and
stuff like
Vibe.
that.
Yeah.
You know, who got 5 mics, all that good shit. I remember in the back of the Source magazine, they had all them dick pills or whatever. I was like, should try that out. So that I tried one out.
You did you try one
Oh,
before?
from like the
I tried
Chinese
one
store.
yeah, it's nothing. The shit is a placebo.
Yeah, I would say they have all these fancy names on
Man,
them.
they got the extends.
Extends,
Or,
yeah.
what's the other ones?
Where'd you get it from? A bodega?
Nah, I got it from 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven does
You know,
have
if
it.
you know if you're getting pills from 7-Eleven, if it isn't Advil, it's a placebo. It has to be.
Bro, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 17, 18 years old. I was like, I want to try this out, but
I've always
It's
been
nothing.
curious. I will say that.
it's nothing.
Okay, I'm glad I've never purchased one then.
Well, it depends on what you get it from, though.
Oh man.
If you go to GNC, they got some shit.
Wait, are you serious? For real?
yeah,
They have
Yohimbi.
male enhancement stuff, but
Yeah, that
it's
Yohimbi.
natural. Like I forgot the actual name
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
Yohimbi.
but,
Yohimbi HCI.
Yeah. There you go.
You purchased some Yohimbi?
Yeah, it's
I've tried
it's
it
a good
before.
fat burner.
Dude,
Oh, okay.
It's a good fat burner.
I tried it before.
No
and,
lie.
dude. You definitely see the difference with it.
Interesting.
Like,
Get some horny goat weed in your system.
yeah,
That's the name. That's
Yep.
the other thing they call it. A
Yeah.
fucking horny. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Got the horny goat weed.
yeah, the
It's
names
horny
for the,
goat weed.
The,
The
the
name
names
is
for this
weird.
shit are fucking amazing.
That's what I would buy that. Just
Yeah,
'cause
they
of the
sell it
name.
at GNC.
I'm
You
gonna-
literally can get it at GNC. They have a little section.
I'm gonna go get
I think
some
it's
horny
called male
goat
enhancement.
weed.
It's right
Yeah,
there,
I've
right
tried
next
it
to the
before.
vitamins. It's
I
right
mean-
there. You can't miss it.
you see the difference, but it's not to a point where it takes over. Like you're gonna be like
You still need
a
you.
champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you do see a difference with it.
Oh, it came up with a good topic.
What?
Prenups.
Ooh.
What do you guys think? I guess I'll go first since I brought it up.
Yeah,
All right,
you have to
okay.
go first.
Yeah.
Because you brought it up. It's a slippery slope.
It is.
I'm about to
Nico,
lose. I'm
Nico about to not
all-
get these DMs
Yeah,
now.
I'm about to lose all the DMs right now.
Much trouble. But it is what it is. So I have a very, very nuanced approach to this. So, like I've said in previous episodes, my parents have been together forever, but like they don't have fucking prenup. Like they both have very little. Like just that also was in the age of prenups. And as a numbers person and just a logical person, a prenup sounds fair. Like it's essentially insurance. We got health insurance, car insurance, medical
Minimize
insurance.
the
So
risk.
just, yeah, minimize the risk. And it only is enacted or referenced if one of us cheats or whatever, just start
Right.
becoming a shitty partner. So I see from that point of view where it's like, for the longest, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, prenup, fuck yeah, da-da-da-da-da. But then it comes the emotional piece where it's like, what that signals is like, not even day one, like day negative, like 50, like, yo, I need to prenup in case shit goes wrong. So it's like, I get it from, so it's then it comes down to like, if I feel as though I understand the logic behind it, but if I feel as though I need one with someone I'm about to marry, should I marry that person?
Right.
So feels like when I was younger, I was 100,000,000% for a prenup. Feels though now I'm not for it because of that reason. Like, if you're trusting that person with everything else, like, you can't just half-ass being like just vulnerable around that person. Like, if you take a hit, you take a hit, but like, it just is what it is. So I'm now okay / I guess against prenup.
I just realized that I don't have to share my opinion on this because Brock just covered it for me.
Yo, you stupid.
Damn it.
Yo, you stupid.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely agree. I think when I was younger, I thought about it in the same way that you did, in terms of like, it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you do it, right? But yeah, I think it sends the wrong. Like, if I'm marrying a woman, it's gonna be real. Like, and it's not like, I'm not trying to be on the 50% side where it just doesn't work out. I'm doing it because I'm sure, I'm positive that it's what I want to do. And so I don't feel the need to have to like set any rules around how we take care of one another, because the point of marriage is to take care of one another and grow together. So if we can't invest in each other, if that's basically my way of saying to you, I'm not going to invest in you, so don't invest in me, which doesn't make sense, because why would you marry someone like that?
So I have a very kind of social. For me, it's a very socially complex situation, right? When it comes to things like divorce, I personally don't want to divorce a person.
I agree.
So I'm going to put that aside and I'll look at more of like the social implications, right? So let's say that you're with someone, right? And for whatever reason, infidelity, whatever the issue is, irreconcilable differences is what they now call it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
So do you think that person is entitled to the stuff that you have after that partnership is over? Because that's essentially what divorce is. When you really think about it, marriage certificates are signed by, I forget for most cities, it's the department or the secretary of commerce or the secretary of whatever. Marriage is considered more of a business rather than anything that's very emotionally related.
Yeah,
so
it's very legal.
Right.
Legal, yeah.
So the way I attack it is like this. When you have a prenup, it takes anything that's financial off the table.
Right.
The reason why I marry you is not for anything financially related. Anything that's financially, you thought this was financial, off the table.
Makes a lot of sense.
I attack it like this, right? If that's off the table, and within the marriage, everything is a partnership. Of course you get 50-50. Of course you're fair.
Right.
But then what if something happens?
Right.
God forbid, anything.
Yeah, you never
God
know.
or Allah, whoever you pray to,
Or no one.
Yeah, or no one. Let's say something happens. Do you think that person's still entitled financially to the stuff that you earn? Because if you really think about it like this, or if you think that person should pay you alimony, because alimony laws are very gender neutral.
Yeah.
In the United States.
Keep talking like, what if your woman makes more than you,
right?
And has more too.
Exactly. If she has more too, it flips the other way.
Absolutely, it does,
I feel like prenups protect you or the partner because you both sign it from that financial, I guess, implication. Your future financial worth, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
I feel like that protects you. Now, with that being said, if I'm going to marry someone, it's never for anything financial. It's very, very emotional, very connected with that person.
Right.
And of course, within the marriage, you share. You share everything. You share accounts. You share, how much you're going to spend. And
you're open
naturally,
with
that
one
person
another,
shares with
transparent.
you. Very transparent.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you owe yourself that transparency after everything is ended? Let's say if it does.
It's a very fair question, but I think in my situation, when I think of marriage, I have a very romanticized view of it.
Right, but
so I don't throw myself in that situation. But to answer your question, I mean, logically,
what I'm saying,
I would say no.
The next thing I was going to say, what if the person that you're with doesn't feel the same way you do? You have to understand, statistically, it's more women that demand divorce more than men do within a marriage in the United States.
Women divorce more than men. God, okay.
Women demand divorce more than men do within a marriage.
That's actually,
I can see that because I feel we just sucks to say, but we just half-ass it.
I didn't want to turn on the whole that on, but I feel like there's always you always have to look at some more of social implications rather than kind of like what you would do, because you, as much as you like to say that you know this person and this person's great and I want to marry them because they're all the qualities that I want in the world,
right,
in the person, that doesn't necessarily mean that they share your beliefs or your values.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Yeah, I think I'm with Neeko, and like the romanticized part,
right,
still skew me to not having a prenup. Where I do think, like, I'll take the hit financially. Where I do think a prenup would be beneficial when it comes to kids. How we like terms of custody or who's supporting who financially.
So I will tell you this: prenups are not. You're not allowed to put anything custody related in prenups. Prenups are a very financial. It's a very financially focused thing.
Okay, it's very narrow. Okay, all right,
yeah.
Cool. So I guess
I'm
Wesley is well versed in
no, it's because like
I'm learning a lot. Right now.
I'm always of the mindset
research
to look at it like of course I look at it from like a me and the other person perspective,
right?
But I also look at singularly how it affects me. What does divorce look like? Because too many times I've seen men that complain and say I have to pay either 10-year, 20-year, or lifetime alimony. Now think about that. Unless that person marries someone else, you have to pay for your life, alimony.
Better start fucking.
And there are some and just
hook her up with some cheeks.
Just and she's not. That's the thing though. Like a lot of men, like if I'm paying all this, why am I not getting any cheeks in return? It obviously
in other
doesn't
words,
work that way.
Choose wisely.
Yeah, so you have to choose very wisely. And I'm often of the mindset that, and this is, man, ladies are gonna kill me for this next statement, but I feel like socially, there is no reason for a man to marry a woman as of 2017.
Oh, they're going to hate you.
They're going to hate me for that. And the reason why...
His entire DM wall just dried up.
I don't care. And the reason why that is the case is that what you're seeing, there's a worldwide trend, especially Japan. It's kind of like a little petri dish of the whole world, where more men don't engage with women, or if they do it at a seriously late age. That's why they have a very aging population.
That's why, now there's going to be more people dying.
There's more people dying than there are living. And it's the same, that trend has been the same in a lot of, like, I don't mean to say first world countries, so I'm going to say developed nations or developed nation states. That's where you see populations are on the decline rather on the rise. Denmark actually had something that said to the effect of, we're inviting all men who have a profession to come and live with us.
Advertising
exactly.
So that people mate more. It's crazy.
People mate more.
Yeah,
they're actually putting like benefits benefits packages that say
incentivized.
Yeah, go like if you're saying that you're going to have a kid, go have sex. You have 2 hours of this particular thing where you go and you meet up with your lady or your wife to have sex.
Wait, you're telling me if I have sex right now, I get a tax break? What? A tax break?
You get a tax break.
That'd be amazing.
That's how bad it's been in certain nations.
I'm paying no tax
situation.
But a lot of it is leaning,
coming for that ass. Yeah.
But
fuck your shit up.
A lot of it leans like that because a lot of men are opting out.
Yeah.
And because they're opting out, they're not producing kids, obviously, which doesn't produce a lot of other things that come with kids, which is the economic purchasing power that you have.
It's scary. It's scary.
And it's
having
scary, but the reason why they're opting out is because the divorce laws are a tad bit extreme when it comes to certain things like alimony. Now, we're lucky here in the United States because alimony works both ways. It doesn't matter.
Child support, though.
Child support is like,
Nas paying Khalees, what was it, like 40 grand a month? Like, fuck out of here.
It's tricky, man.
It's a tricky situation. So I was just trying to throw a little knowledge into, it's not about like, shitting on anything, because I feel exactly the same way you feel.
Look, man,
but from like, when we look at it from a macro perspective, that's what we're looking at.
Makes sense. Choose who you cream pie in,
Choose who you shooting these clubs up with.
Don't shoot everything up.
We just went from a very serious conversation to cream pie. Way to go, guys.
That is the definition.
Cream pie is nice.
For those of you who don't know, Urban Dictionary cream pie, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, shoot the club up. Shoot the club up means the same thing.
It is Thanksgiving.
Feels awesome.
It is Thanksgiving. You gonna shoot the club up on Thanksgiving?
Feels awesome.
It feels awesome.
You have the opportunity to do it, fellas. You won't regret it.
You won't regret it.
You will regret it.
The little babies
later,
pop out.
9 months. You'll regret it.
I won't be there for that.
You
do that at your own risk, fellas.
You feed into it.
You didn't read the fine print, motherfucker.
That crazy stereotype. Feed into it. But yeah, that's... Choose wisely is what I would say in the United States or any developed nation. Choose very wisely.
You brought up all very valid points from an economic
and social perspective.
And social as well.
No, like I said,
a socioeconomic
from a singular
standpoint.
perspective, I feel like you guys do. Of course I do. Yeah. But then there's also these implications if I don't take certain actions. If I don't do that.
You got to protect yourself too, to a certain degree.
I think that's what also makes marriage very romantic, though. Because
when you're going all in,
like blind faith.
You're taking a. That's,
I don't know, man.
A leap, man. Like literally, like I think that's the
whole
like
some
thing.
Cult shit.
Someone I guess
blind faith.
That's like the hopeless romantic aspect of it. But you got to protect yourself at a certain point. Not saying that your partner could turn on you and stuff like that. But certain things happen as you age and stuff like that could shift beliefs and stuff like that. It might not be that same fun-loving person that you married to. Like something could happen drastically that could change her mind and stuff like that. So I think at the end of the day, you should protect yourself to a certain aspect. Like, okay, maybe the prenup says, okay, maybe not 50-50, but she gets 10% or something. You put something in there. Like at least she gets something just in case you guys split,
Right.
Maybe not just, you don't get shit. You don't get shit. Don't talk to me, And maybe you say like, okay, I'll give her 10-15%, and then that's fair.
Right.
Yeah, that, or I guess if you have like family heirlooms and you don't like, hell has no fear like woman scorn. So her fucking petty level is on fucking a million, and she's like, you know what?
She on some Super Saiyan stuff.
That motherfucking little toy box your great grandmother left you. I want that shit.
Yep.
True.
So like I could see
that's
that.
So grimy. She takes your toy box away.
Once divorce has happened,
I'm not denying
it's
known
to happen.
Everything's on the table.
If you have inheritance and stuff like that passed down from your family, that isn't really right. If she's not family anymore and she's getting that stuff too. So if
I could see that.
I say protecting your inheritance.
But I will, like I said, I will agree with Neeko. There is something to say about going all in with someone that you really love and that you really care about. So it's all about really a vetting process, right?
Yeah.
It is.
True.
So, ooh.
Yeah, I think my only issue with like what you gentlemen were saying is that there's like a predatory like implication there that I just don't like to focus on.
Who's on which side?
On the female side. In my case,
no, but not
intentionally. Not intentionally.
We're not saying.
I'm not saying intentionally.
Females are predators. That's
just reaction.
No. That's not. I'm saying, but there's an implication, an unintentional implication in that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
but that's where vetting comes in too, right? Yeah. Because like,
but it's not. Have you seen Why Did I Get Married? Is it the first one or the second one? Tyler Perry movie with Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
A while back.
And then they're married So it's Janet Jackson's character.
Shout out to Janet Jackson, y'all.
She doesn't age at all. So it's Janet Jackson's character and her husband. They have a kid, and I think she's driving the son to daycare school, and they get in an accident. He dies, or somehow,
and they end up getting a divorce.
They end up getting divorced before that because every time he sees Janet Jackson, he's like, "I see the kid." So like, you can't plan for something like that. So I get from how we're trying to look at it, where it's like trying to be romantic, trying to be ideal, but it's like they love each other for however many years, 5, 10, 50, 20 years, but something like that, you can't fake a reaction to that. Like you're gonna have a reaction. It could be really good, or really bad, but you're not gonna have not a reaction to like.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love you to fucking death, but you
tragic
killed our
event,
only child. Like I don't want to feel like this, but I fucking hate you right now. And like in that
so
anger, that takes years to. That's not gonna go in days, weeks, or
that's not
months.
gonna
It's
go
gonna take years.
Yeah.
You might apologize 10 years later, but at that point it's too late. All the proceedings is done. You just lost half because I was in a really fucking dark place.
Right, and I don't, and there's something that Brock is not mentioning. I don't know if you remember the second "Why Did I Get Married To" is when they were going through the mediation process, and I don't know if you caught this part, but I guess she was selling books, and in the one part she had stashed away like $800,000 in a secret account, but then they pulled it up. And she got super pissed off, but they had a prenup that said that they didn't. I don't think they even had a prenup. They just decided to go through mediation.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that
It came out. There was extra money on the side.
There was extra money on the side. So
I don't remember this
it
part.
ended up swinging, I think, towards his way, where she was getting alimony and stuff. And then I think at one point she came over to his job, called him gay, called him all kinds of stuff under the sun.
Damn, Janet.
And and then I forgot
Janet's
what happened.
Janet's character.
Didn't he try to drive
right.
off and he got run?
That's when he died. Yeah.
That's when he died. So I don't know if you remember that part. It was very nasty. It was like a super. I was like, shit. Like, and this is that. And that was mediation. That's no judges. That's just two parties with their lawyers with the arbitrator.
You know what you just reminded me, that those two movies were terrible.
They're entertaining. What's her face? The ratchet tall dark skin one.
That she was doing
The
the
hairdresser.
most.
She was doing the most.
She like went over, had sex with some dude or whatever who had chlamydia, gave it to him,
but he was
and then
also
he
cheating,
was
and
cheating
he thought
with his baby moms and gave it to her.
Damn.
And then it came out that she was like, "Yeah, I know because
it up.
I
I gave it to
I
you."
gave it to
It
you."
was like,
Wrap
And
it
then
up.
he came
Know
out
what
of
I mean?
nowhere and he just started choking the shit out. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wrap it up, Wesley.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
case in point, we just need to choose better.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking divorce rate is 50% first marriage, goes down each consecutive marriage after that. I was reading a story today. I don't know if it was in Canada or if it was. So it said something like Oklahoma County, but that might be in Canada. It said like Canada province. So it's somewhere. So she, the teacher, 22, I think she was like an emergency teacher. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess it's like a way to expedite someone become a teacher if there's a shortage or whatever. Her husband is one of the football coaches, and she's engaging in sex with one of her students who's underage, because now she's getting charged with rape charges right now. So then the mom of the student found out, told cops. So then cops texted. So it's one time the teacher and the student supposed to hook up. They texted from the student phone, "Hey, I'm here," and then he's pretty much like, "How do I get in?" And she was like, "Oh, the front door's open as usual." So she's snitching herself. It's not the first fucking time. Shit. And it got her. Like, she was in what she had on. She had on like some type of weird outfit. Candles was lit, and they were like texting each other pictures back and forth. But how embarrassing is that? As the mother, you're supposed to be. He's probably a brolic young football coach, and your fucking wife, who's 22, is fucking a underage motherfucking high school student. What are you not doing? don't want to put her back on her.
I'm feeling like a lot of like female teachers getting caught out there. Like,
Yeah,
every week, every week.
It's been an influx of that.
Yeah.
It's because
Like,
the
But
dating
where the
apps
fuck?
suck, man.
Where the fuck were these teachers back in the day?
That's what I said on one episode.
What the
Where
fuck?
were these teachers back
But
We
then?
had these
like
like
what Brock was
80-year-old
saying, like-
teachers. Like, oh, like you might just die tomorrow.
Yeah, I remember there was this, oh my God, well, I think, I'm not going to even say the grade, because what if my teacher ends up hearing this, right? But she was so bad.
And she
dude.
might throw it back on you.
Get a DM.
Like, Neeko, I saw you back in.
What were you gonna
like
say?
what Brock was saying, like that will mess up your mind. Like, I don't know what you do with that. Like, you'll be ready to like destroy her.
Nah.
One, like out of anger, or even that kid.
Kid, yeah. Oh,
That
both.
kid
Like,
is gonna get. Wow, it's like How to Catch a Predator episode.
Yeah, for
it
real,
sounds
basically.
like.
they got it real
That's what
quick.
it sounds like. It
That's
definitely
what
It's
it
just
sounds
like, yeah,
like,
I'm
yeah.
here. And then, yeah, they just walked in. It's like, all of them. Like,
Gotcha,
you,
bitch.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
But, her bill was 85 G's. So she just put up 8,500.
All you have to put up is 10% of that.
She's like, now
But she's a
registered-
22-year-old teenager.
She's a registered sex
Essentially.
offender.
Yeah, she's
course
22
she
years
is.
old, teaching, emergency teaching. She don't got fucking 8,500 in cash monies.
Yeah, she's getting rocked.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so now he gotta leave, because how he gonna fucking keep teaching football? Like, if I'm at
There's no coming
if I'm
back
at
from that.
fucking football practice, like, down, set, go. I'm like, no, motherfucker. This my homie right here was just fucking like, I'm not doing shit. You're not telling
Yeah.
me to run shit. I'm not running no routes. I'm not doing no push-ups, no up downs.
There's no form of respect. for you.
No one is respecting you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
everyone's
like-
punking you. Like, you're gonna be walking on eggshells. You gotta leave. So now you both lost income.
Yep.
You lost your wife. Like, fuck.
These are all very rare occasions, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
Like you're in practice, hitting the pads.
What's
I'm gonna say
You're in practice
Rare in
hitting
terms
the
of the
pads. and
detail.
shit.
Rare in terms of the
And then-
detail, but like this happens to people, not to this crazy degree where you marry someone who's 22 and then she's having sex with your student athletes, but
I feel as though they've always been married. Like, they're always like have like. She doesn't have kids, luckily, but like they've been.
are you
kids
talking
that-
about relative to like other teachers who've done this?
Yeah, other like
Okay.
sex scandals like
Yeah,
this.
that's pretty.
They're usually like,
It's usually this
and
level
they're
of
always
detail.
young. It's not
Always
like
young. They're not really like.
Yeah, yeah.
it's not like
They're
it's
not
someone's
teachers,
like
yeah.
mom or grandma is like, all right, like 40 something, 50 something, trying to get his young 10-year-old. It's like,
Exactly.
you like 4 years older than this motherfucker. Like, you can't go to a bar and get some fucking dick. Like, you have a pussy. Use that shit more powerfully. Like, use that shit.
Yeah.
It's like the forbidden love or some kind of thing. I don't know.
I'm
Forbidden lust, I should say, not love, but
super.
That's when they have all the power. So the way I look at it is the power shift. So I'm like, all right, cool. So when you're in the dating realm, women have all the power because we're trying to match with them, we're trying to meet them, we're trying to get them to like us, we're trying to impress them. So they have all the power. They make all the decisions. Then fast forward to the first milestone. Can we go steady, exclusive, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it? Then you have the power because now she's trying to make it to the next stage of getting that ring. This is the only time we have motherfucker power. It's like, cool, I'm going to take this shit slow. So then you fast forward to the next stage, you pop a ring, and then just fucking downhill from there. You just fuck. So she got all the power. She got your balls in a vice. Like, it's just fucked.
yeah, yeah.
So that small window from girlfriend to engagement, or large window, depending on how you play it.
Brock's deep analysis.
Yeah, man. So, fellas, when you're in that sweet spot, take advantage of it.
All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed everything that we just said. Even the side conversations that was unplanned with Super Smash Bros. But
Yeah, go play video games,
Yeah.
watch anime. We ain't ashamed of this shit. You can have lots of sex and play video games and shit.
but next week we're gonna come back as normal. Lena D, myself, and Brock, and yeah. So peace out, Girl Scouts.